make him welcome.
In my years of knocking around old-time music, I've learned a few things. You don't have to play an instrument necessarily to sing one, and they don't have to be serious. I'm going to do an old song that I learned from a folk singer back up around Mount Airy, North Carolina, called The Devil and the Farmer's Wife. Well, there's an old farmer lived over the hill. If he ain't dead, he's a-living there still, singing fi, fi, fiddle-I-di, fiddle-all-diddle-all-day. Now the devil stepped up to the farmer at the plow, said, for one of your kin I'm a-gonna have now, singing fi, fi, fiddle-I-di, fiddle-all-diddle-all-day. Well, that ain't your boy or girl I crave, but it's your old wife, and it's her I'll have, singing fi, fi, fiddle-I-di, fiddle-all-diddle-all-day. Well, the farmer thought that he'd be smart, said, you can take her with all of my heart, singing fi, fi, fiddle-I-di, fiddle-all-diddle-all-day. So he towed her up across his back, and he took off her hell like a lickety-clack, singing fi, fi, fiddle-I-di, fiddle-all-diddle-all-day. Well, he ain't gone more than a mile down the road, and he said, oh, woman, you're a devil of a load, singing fi, fi, fiddle-I-di, fiddle-all-diddle-all-day. Well, he took her on down to the gates of hell, said, stoke up the fire with a roaster well, singing fi, fi, fiddle-I-di, fiddle-all-diddle-all-day. There's two little lemons with a ball and a chain, she up with her foot and kicked out the brain, singing fi, fi, fiddle-I-di, fiddle-all-diddle-all-day. That nine little demons started clambering up the wall. She grabbed up a poker and thrashed them all, singing fi, fi, fiddle-I-di, fiddle-all-diddle-all-day. Then she grabbed old Satan by the hair of the head, said, I'd done killed you if you weren't done dead, singing fi, fi, fiddle-I-di, fiddle-all-diddle-all-day. Then one little demon stepped up and said, better take her back, Daddy, or we'll all be dead, singing fi, fi, fiddle-I-di, fiddle-all-diddle-all-day. Next morning, old farmer spied out through the crack and seen the old devil come a-dragging her back, singing fi, fi, fiddle-I-di, fiddle-all-diddle-all-day. Said, here's your wife, both able and well, but I kept her there longer, she'd have tore up hell, singing fi, fi, fiddle-I-di, fiddle-all-diddle-all-day. Say, there ain't very much this old woman can't do, she can whip her husband and the devil too, singing fi, fi, fiddle-I-di, fiddle-all-diddle-all-day. Said, I've been a devil for most of my life, but I've never been in hell till I met your wife, singing fi, fi, fiddle-I-di, fiddle-all-diddle-all-day. Now, it takes a woman just as mean as sin to go down to hell and come back again, singing fi, fi, fiddle-I-di, fiddle-all-diddle-all-day.
Alrighty, thank you, Wayne. Our next contestant is Philip Steinmetz from, pronounce the name of your town. Oviedo, Florida. Welcome. I'm now a Florida gentleman. Let's make him welcome in Tennessee.
This song's called Rocky Island. It goes like this. Going to Rocky Island, whoa, honey, Sweet little Liza Jane, going to Rocky Island, oh, honey, oh, oh, oh. You see me candy, darling, oh, love you so. I see me candy, darling, oh, love you so.
Let me fan those fingers off. That was great, thanks. All righty. Thank you, Philip. Our next contestant, judges, contestant number 5, Jake Hisson from Madison, Tennessee. Did I say that wrong?
That's Highsaw from Madison, Alabama.
Well, I just messed that one up all the way around. It is Jake Highsaw from Madison, Alabama.
Okay.
I couldn't do much worse than that. I apologize. Welcome to Tennessee.
Thank you, ma'am. My song's about an old cowboy that spent most of his time outdoors, took good care of his animals, and put his trust in the Almighty. Tonight I'm a tired, weary cowboy. I've been in the saddle all day, searching the hills and valleys for cattle that strayed away. Old Pinto is tired and like weary, its feet all broken and sore. Someday our work will be finished, and we'll ride on that other shore. Just laying wrapped up in my blanket, gazing up at the stars, watching the bright ones that twinkle away up there on high. Sometimes I wonder if they see us, wonder if they understand. They may be sold to cowpunchers who've gone to the promised land. When I get in the highlands of Yonder, I'll whistle soft and low. Then my old paint horse will come running out of some cloud pasture I know. I'll give him a handful of sugar and watch him say thanks with his eyes. And here I'm out and be ready to report to the range boss on Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jake, and I apologize for messing up your name. All righty. Our next contestant Mr. Roy Harper from Manchester, Tennessee. And judges, he's contestant number 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to do one for you entitled Mother, the Queen of My Heart. I had a home out in Texas, down where the bluebonnets grew. I had the kindest old mother, how happy we were just we two, till one day the angels called her, that debt we all had to pay. She called me close to her bedside, these last few words to say. Son, don't start drinking and gambling, promise you'll always go straight. 10 years have passed since that parting, and the promise I broke, I must say. I started in gambling for pastime, at last I was just like them all. It did a clover of money, not dreaming that I'd ever fall. One night I had bet all my money, nothing was left to be seen, and all I needed to break them was one card, and that was a queen. The cards were dealt all around the table, each man took a card on the draw. I drew the one that would beat them, I turned it and here's what I saw. I saw my mother's picture, and somehow she seemed to say, son, you have broken your promise. So I tossed the cards away. My winnings I gave to a unused boy. I knew I was wrong from the start, and I never forget that promise to my mother, the queen of my heart.
Thank you, Roy. Our next contestant is a homegirl from DeKalb County, and that would be Deanna Mathess from Liberty, Tennessee.
I'd like to do the first song that the Carter family recorded, Bury Me Beneath the Willow. My heart is sad and I'm in sorrow, weeping for the one I love. When shall I see him? No more, never, till we meet in heaven above. Tomorrow was to be our wedding, but oh Lord, where can he be? He's gone to wed another, and no longer cares for me.
Thank you, Deanna. Our next contestant is Tana Morehead, and she is from Mulberry, Tennessee, which she said is near Lynchburg. I'm down on the job. Judges, that's contestant number 8. I'm sorry. Number 8.
Everybody nice and cool?
Yeah!
I'm going to sing a song called Aged Mother, the Carter Family Collection. This young man standing here beside of me, you know the backup musicians don't get any credit at all, do they? This is Gene Baker. See, I just picked him up right down there. And
pick it up again.
Yeah, add it again. I appreciate it, Gene, you playing with me. We're in the key of C, Gene. Last night as I lay sleeping, last night while in a dream, I saw my dear old mother down by a dripping stream. Don't ask me why I'm weeping. Don't ask me why I pray, for I've an aged mother 10,000 miles away. A letter here from sister dear, come home, we're all alone. Dear mother, slowly fading, she can't be with us long. Don't ask me why I'm weeping. Don't ask me why I pray. I've a dear old mother dying 10,000 miles away. I'm drawing near the old home, dear sisters at the gate. She's leading me through the doorway. Oh, sister, you've come too late. Oh, lead me to the casket. Throw back the linen so fine that I might kiss her pale white lips, for I know they'll never kiss mine. I see the pale moon shining on mother's white tombstone. The rosebuds round them twining are just like me alone. Don't ask me why I'm weeping. Don't ask me why I pray, for my dear old aged mother was buried here today. Thank you.
Good pickup choice. Thank you. Our next contestant, judges, is contestant number 9. And ladies and gentlemen, oh, we've got an import here. Jim Griffin from Tucson, Arizona. That's a long way to come entertain you. That's fine. Whatever you need. Okay, I'll take the cushion. Okay. Contestant number 9, judges. Jim Griffin.
How close do I need to swallow this thing? Okay. Death of George Alley. Along come the FFV, the swiftest on the line, running along that scene old road just 25 minutes behind. He's running into Seville headquarters for the line, receiving their strict orders from Hinton just behind. And when she got to Seville, her engineer was there. George Alley was his name, with bright and wavery hair. His fireman, young Jack Dickerson, was standing by his side, waiting for strict orders and in the train to ride. George's mother come to him with a bucket on her arm, saying, "Oh, my darling son, be careful how you run. There's many a man has lost his life in trying to make lost time. But if you run your engine right, you'll get there just on time. Mother, your advice is good, to the letter I'll take heed. I know my engine is all right, and I know that she will speed. I mean to run old number 4 at speeds unknown to all. And when I blow for the Big Bend Tunnel, you can sure lie hear my call." George, he said to his pal Jack, "Let's have a little more coal. And when we reach to the top of the grade, you can see old number 4 roll. I mean to run old number 4 like angels' wings unfold. And when I blow for Clifton Forge, you can sure lie hear my call." George, he said to his pal Jack, "A rock ahead I see, and I know that death is lurking there for to grab off you and me. So from the cab, young Jack, you'll leap your precious life to save. For I want you to be an engineer while I'm moldering in my grave." From the cab, young Jack did leap, New River was rolling high. He kissed his hand to darling George's number 4 went by. Up the rock she darted, into the rock she crashed, the engine turning over and the coaches they came last. George's mother come to him crying, "Son, what have you done? Too late, dear mother, I know my race is run. But if I'd had a faster train, I would have run her well. I'd have put her into Clifton Forge or dropped her into hell." The doctor said to Georgie, "Your life cannot be saved. Murdered upon the railway and laid in a lonesome grave." George's face was covered with blood, his eyes you could not see. And as he died, young George cried, "Near my God to thee."
judges. Our next contestant is contestant number 10, Nikki St. Stephen from Nashville, Tennessee.
If I was on some foggy mountain top, I'd sail around the west to the west. I'd sail all around this old wide world to that boy I love the best. If I had listened to what my mother said, I would not be here today. Wishing for things that I never had, and weeping my sweet life away. You cause me to weep, you cause me to mourn, you cause me to leave my home. Oh, them old lonesome pines and them good old times, I'm on my way back home. Oh, and when
Thank you. We will now call the Columbus Stockade Blues.
This is an asterisk right here.
The train again. That train's not in my key. I'll wait a second. You could do a little bit of Orange Blossom Special while we're true musicians up here trying to figure out what key it's in. It's B? Oh boy. Rob, I just wonder how much, when do you get time to practice all these instruments you play? I mean, do you have a life beyond it? All right, go ahead. I mean, Columbus Stockade, Rob Piercy from Smyrna, and that winds up our dobro competition for this evening. Keep in mind that we've got a lot more good music coming your way with the Uncle Dave Macon Days freewheeling style competition coming up next. Keep in mind that our prize categories, as they were for the Dulcimer category here, are $100 for the first prize, $50 for the second prize, and in third place, $25. Now we have our winners for the Dulcimer competition, and I'd like to invite these musicians to perform for you tonight. We're going to be starting off in a little bit with Hugh Wilhite, and we'll also hear from Don Sorrel, Philip Steinmetz, Sonny Richard, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Roy Harper, Jim Griffith, William C. III, Robert Mongo Granger, Billy Lilly, and Waylon Wood, and of course Rob Piercy winding things up again. Also Bill Ray will be competing. I better put his name down here. Oh, thank you, sir. What was that? Okay. I have a couple of other things I wanted to mention to you. And you want your pen back here? Take your pen back. I got lots of pens up here. I got more pens than I know what to do with. All right. I'm going to move that over here. Mr. Compulsive here, keeping the notebook organized. And we're just about ready to get started here with our freewheeling competition. We need to wait on one judge yet to arrive, and then we'll be getting started. How you been?
Right.
Great. You're looking good. In fact, I think you look younger than you did last year. We're waiting for one more judge, folks, and we'll get back and play some more music for you here at Uncle Dave Macon Days. Wanted to mention to you also that there's a number of new features to this year's festival. Of course, we're going to be giving away another guitar tomorrow, but our Heritage Award winner this year, if you haven't seen much of the program guide or haven't been looking around, is going to be Leroy Troy. And he'll be performing tomorrow afternoon at 5:30. And we're hoping that also he'll maintain his tradition of closing out the show on Saturday night. So it just might be that you'll have two opportunities to hear Leroy Troy. I don't want to make any promises, but it's been a long-standing tradition that Leroy Troy closes things out on Saturday night and invites a lot of his friends and so forth up to the stage. And it's just a big old time. If it's midnight, if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, there is a Leroy Troy show on Saturday or Sunday morning, whichever. So 5 o'clock, 5:30 is tomorrow. Our Heritage Award winner, Leroy Troy, will be performing in his full inimitable style tomorrow night. So you don't want to miss that. We talked a little bit about the tours that are going on tomorrow. Also want to make sure that you stop by and say hello to the folks from WSM. We're awfully glad that WSM has joined our celebration this year for what we hope will be the first of many years of good association with WSM. They've been playing a lot of Uncle Dave music on 6:50 a.m. and we should have a number of their guests and announcers to come and visit us at the stage tomorrow. Let's see here, I had a note here earlier about some of the guests that would be appearing from the Opry and from WSM. Let's see if I can find that. Oh yeah, Melvin Sloan dancers are going to be taking part in the parade. We'll also be hoping to have some visits from Ray Pillow and Jimmy C. Newman tomorrow. Guest appearances from the Grand Ole Opry and WSM here at Uncle Dave Macon Days celebration. So stop by and say hello to them and let them know that they're welcome here and how much you appreciate them being a part of our festival this year. Do we have all of our judges yet? Are we missing a judge still?
Yeah, now we're missing another judge.
I'm sorry. Just hang on just a moment. So you've been playing that banjo a good bit this last year?
Oh, yes. Every chance I get.
What kind of banjo is that?
It's an old Gibson pot with a 3-pro neck. This is very similar to one that Uncle Dave played.
Yeah.
Just a picture pattern. Got a skin head on it, so if it goes out of tune, I've got an excuse.
It's a real skin head too, so if it gets humid and starts to rain, it'll go flat.
Temperamentally, yeah.
Yeah. And it's a 5-string banjo.
Yes, sir.
So do you play it in the clawhammer style? How did you pick that up?
I actually learned from listening to 78 records of Grandpa Jones back when I was a kid.
Oh boy. How about that? Well, we'll get started here in just a moment as soon as we have all of our judges. Where are all the judges anyway? There's someone out there. No. Bill McNeil, please come to the stage. Your services are required. Yeah. Yeah, I have to kind of keep an eye on Mother Nature here with the restrooms so far away. We'll be right back with you here in just a moment. I want to mention to you a couple of other things that are going on with the festival this year while we're waiting. Don't forget that we will be having, following our freewheeling competition this evening, the same order of the competition as we had before: old-time singing, beginner instrumental, freestyle dance, and freestyle dance senior competition for the finalists in those categories. And we'll continue with that competition just as soon as we finish up with the Uncle Dave Macon Days freewheeling style competition coming your way just as soon as we get all of our judges here.
Hey, scared me.
Are all of our judges here? Okay, we are ready to continue with the freewheeling style competition here at Uncle Dave Macon Days from Calhoun.
Calhoun.
From Calhoun.
Calhoun, Kentucky. It's a little
Dr.
town in
Hugh
western
Wilhite.
Kentucky. It's a little town. It's so little.
How little
We,
is it?
we don't even have a village idiot in Calhoun. We all have to take turns. And tonight's my turn. Well, folks, right recently down in a little town in Indiana, I was invited over to a party. And seeing that I'm a man that never forgets anything, as long as I remember it, I'll tell you about it. It was an ice cream festival, and there was a beautiful old maid there that taught the piano and guitar. And she taught such pieces as Siege de Bastapoo, Servitor, and Dewdrop. Now I'll just give you a little imitation of how she was imitating the dew dripping off the eaves of the porch into the washpan on the shelf, surrounded by fragrant honeysuckle, all in bloom. She played it thusly. Hot dog. I said, Miss, sing us a piece, please, Mom. She said, why, Mr. Macon, I really can't sing, but as you press me so strongly, I will attempt a beautiful little love song. I said, all right, let her go. She started off thusly. Oh, dearest, the daylight is gone. The stars are unveiling to see. Come wander with me, my loved one. Have a stroll by the beautiful sea. Let us go where the wildflowers bloom, amid the soft dews of the night, where the islands asparagus perfume, and the rose speaks love and delight. Hot dog. I noticed the old maid had a hair bob, so I asked her what she cut her hair off for, and she said to show her independence. I noticed she had her dress cut off to match her hair. Also, trying to make conversation, I asked her, how many is there of you all? And she said, 11. I said, which one of you is the oldest? She said, Father. People, when Columbus discovered this country, it was plumb full of nuts and berries. But I'm right here to tell you the berries is just about all gone. Now, before I go any further, I want to give you young men, if there's any listening in this audience, a prescription for kissing your girl. Now you approach her face to face, then her lovely cheeks in the palm of your hands embrace, then lip to lip and gum to gum, Lord, Lord, yum, yum, yum.
Uncle Doc Wilhite from Calhoun. Well, he's had some. Every year is a little different. This year it's Uncle Doc Wilhite. Our next contestant comes to us all the way from Rising Fawn, Georgia. You're in for a treat here, folks. This is Mr. Don Sorrel from Rising Fawn, Georgia. Give him a big hand.
Thank you much. Long time ago, there was a big old man taller than John Henry, and boy, you talk about a man sling an iron, he could do that thing. We're going to do a little bit of that legend of old John Henry, and I hope you get to hear the old steam drill trying to catch him, and you hear old John making that bell ring. Oh, John Henry.
that's Don Sorrel from Rising Fawn, Georgia. I want to mention to you also that there is an arts and crafts show going on here as part of Uncle Dave Macon Days, a jury show featuring old-time arts and contemporary fun. Open Friday evening and all day tomorrow. So come by and be ready to shop. Macon Memories, this historic photo exhibit, displays relics and photos of Uncle Dave Macon and traces of Middle Tennessee history. The exhibit is housed over at the Cotton Warehouse in Cannonsburg, and it's going on through the rest of this evening and all day tomorrow. So if you're out wandering around and go in that the Cotton exhibit building there, you'll see lots of old photographs, maybe some places that those of you who lived around here for years will recognize. Places that maybe you've been before. Is our next contestant ready to come up on stage? We're waiting for our next contestant here, folks. Let me remind you just once again while we're waiting for our next contestant that there is a gospel showcase coming your way on Sunday afternoon featuring the music of Larry Stevenson Band and the Tipton Family Band. Nikki Harris and Brian Blaylock grew up performing on the stage here at Uncle Dave Macon Days, now part of the Larry Stevenson Band, so be sure to bring your lawn chairs on Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, over here in Cannonsburg. The Gospel Showcase, always a favorite of Uncle Dave Macon Days events. Where's our next contestant? Folks are out here waiting to play. Here we go. All the way from Florida. While we're getting adjusted here and everything, let's have a big hand for Philip Steinmetz from Florida.
How's everybody doing tonight? I got dressed up, could you tell? Everything I got on is brand new. All except for these old breeches. And I just couldn't throw them away. They've stuck to me through thick and thin. And I ain't about to let them down now, I'll tell you that. I'm going to sing you a little song about one of my cousins. He was my rich cousin. I think he had more money than all of us put together. I think they said at one time he had around $28 in the bank. Well, he was the first one in our family to build one of these modern houses, you know, ones with running water and everything like that. And he, this song's about him. It's called 15 Cents Is All I Got. It goes like this. 15 cents is all I got, fellas, all I crave. 15 cents to buy me drink, and thought I'd take my grave. The short one, wasn't it? Well, like I said, he was our rich cousin, and he built one of these brand new fangled houses, and he was just so proud of it. He said, Philip, I want you to come over and see my new house and all the different rooms and what they're for. I said, all right, I come on over, and he took me inside, and he said, Philip, this is the living room. And I said, well, back where I come from, we don't just sit there and live in one room. We live all over the house. Next, he took me into the bedroom. Of course, I could see that these beds all around in it. And he said, you see that bed over there? That's a fine old bed. It's worth a lot of money. He said, that bed goes back to Louis the 14th. I said, well, we got one at the house goes back to Sears Roebuck the 15th. 15 cents is all I got, fellas, all I crave. 15 cents to buy me drink, and thought I'd get my grave. Right directly, he says, I got to go outside and cut a little stove wood. He said, you just take a look around and enjoy yourself and just have a big time. So I did. I got to wandering around in that thing, and I about got lost. But I came across this little room that I don't think they aimed for me to find. It was sort of shoved off to the side like they was ashamed of it. But I found it. Just in time, too. It had the prettiest white horse trough in it you'd ever seen. It don't look like it never had been drunk out of. I figured out a little later on it was the horse all over yourself in, you know, and sitting over here on the wall was a little white bowl with a couple of spouts on it. Well, that is to wash your face in. But it weren't no account. It had a hole in the bottom of it, the water run right out just as fast as you put it in there. I had me a corn cob and I stuck that down in there and fixed it. I sure hated to get that cob wet though. I was gonna whittle me a pipe out of it. Yeah, I got you, didn't I? Well, the neatest thing of all was it stood about this high, right in the middle of the room, where you couldn't miss it. It is to wash your feet in. You could wash one foot, jerk a little lever, get some clean water for this one. My aunt washed nearly all the knives and forks till she figured out it wasn't the dishwasher. Well, it had two lids on it, one right on top of the other. I didn't know why it had two lids till I lifted up that top one and the bottom was worn near clean out, had a big old hole in it. Well, they kept on falling down and smacking my shins when I was washing my face. I mean my feet. And so I took a screwdriver and took them off and put them in my suitcase and took them home with me. Mom made the prettiest breadboard out of that top one. They framed my picture in that bottom one. And do you know, folks come from miles around and say I look just as natural, just like I was just sitting there. 15 cents is all I crave. 15 cents to buy me a drink, and I get my drink. Thank you.
Philip Steinmetz, all the way from Wilhite, Florida. Feels like it's kind of picking up a little wind out here. It's kind of nice to get us cooled off here. And isn't it a pretty evening? Are you enjoying yourselves out here at Uncle Dave? Okay, our next contestant in the freewheeling competition here at Uncle Dave Macon Days comes to us from Topton, North Carolina, Sonny Righard.
This is a story about an old girl that lived up our way, and it goes like this, and the title of it's The Outhouse and an Old Girl Named Sue. In western North Carolina, on a 30-acre plot, lived and worked an old mountain family on a farm that time forgot. The house and barn were built by logs in 1834. And out back stood an old outhouse with a half moon over the door. Sweet Sue was her only daughter, and a rebel one at that. Why, she flucked out of Weight Watchers at 80% body fat. She'd cuss and swear a Blue Street, and how that gal could sweat. Old Sue didn't care about anything except her cigarette. Your mom and pop were righteous folks, and tobacco was a devil weed. And if you cuss or smoke, well, you'd face a fire for your evil deeds. But twice a day, old Sue slipped out to the Half Moon Shack out back with a magazine and one match and smoke an entire pack. Well, outhouse bred mosquitoes, and the old man had read, soak 'em down in gasoline and iron, they'd all be dead. From a 5-gallon can he poured it straight down the hatch. You know it's amazing explosion you can get from just one little old match. And the earth it shook and trembled like 12 on a Richter scale, and an orange glow lit up that southern sky. Preacher, spring the end is coming, save your souls right now, repent. And the crowd all join hand and sing the sweet by and by, by and by. But on Highway 19 Topton, me and the fire department knew that the blaze on the horizon was just an outhouse and old Sue. Old Sue lay there smoldering, crawling circles on her knees. She was badly burned and blistered, and her dress burned up in the trees. When the paramedics intervened and old Sue came around, well, they figured she had traveled some 90 feet from where she first sat down. Now the moral of this story is a change in your attitude. Well, Sue's done quit all her vices, and she's had her soul renewed. Sometimes in church when she testifies, we know that she's no liar when she talks about her experiences with the brimstone and the fire. And the earth is shook and tremble like 12 on a Richter scale, and an orange glow lit up that southern sky. Preacher, spring wind is coming, save your souls right now, repent. And the crowd all join hand and sang the sweet by and by, by and by. But on Highway 19 Compton, the fire department knew that the blaze on the horizon was just an outpost. And oh, soon that the blaze on the horizon was just an outpost. And oh, soon.
Sonny Riggart from Tufton, North Carolina. Danny Twilley, would you please come to the stage area? We're looking for Danny Twilley. He's probably off getting him some ice cream, 2, maybe 3. All righty, our next contestant is just about to come up to the stage. Here we go with, from Manchester, I assume that's Manchester, Tennessee. Got him a bucket and some lamb's wool there, all set to be comfortable. Let's have a big Uncle Dave Macon Days welcome for Mr. Roy Harper.
Yeah, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Some strange things can happen to young folks. This happened to me many, many years ago. I went non-stop for about 32 hours in an automobile, an old one. I went to see my gal one night and stayed till after 3. The reason why I stayed so late, that gal just tickled me. She was so doggone bashful, only 16 years of age. She had her tables all dressed up, she had breeches on its legs. She pulled out all the window shades so no one couldn't see. She crammed a rag in the keyhole, oh boy, that tickled me. I asked her would she marry, I was tired of going free. And then she turned the lights off, how gosh, that tickled me. Well, I followed all around to find her, the room was black as night. I got my arms around her, made everything alright. I hugged her and I kissed her, and then the lights went on. I had her mammy in my arms and my whole gal was gone. Then something snapped behind me, I looked around to see. Their daddy was standing in the room, had come to tickle me. Well, I jumped right out that window into me old sedan, expecting every moment to be shot by an old man. I've never seen that gal again, and I'm still going free. She's 1,400 miles away, and boy, that tickles me.
Roy Harper from Manchester. I hope you've had an opportunity to get something to eat over at many of these fine food vendors we've got over here. I'm just enjoying some of this egg roll here. I don't know exactly where it came from because I haven't had much chance to wander around myself. But has anybody out there had something good to eat over here at the festival? Have you liked what you've had so far? Well, you be sure and let them know and go back and visit them again tomorrow if there's something particular that you like over here. Let them know about it because these folks come from many miles around and come in here and work awful hard to provide good food and good entertainment all of it free. Where else can you go to a festival that's entirely free and put on by volunteers? Right now we're ready for our next entertainer, all the way from Tucson, Arizona. Let's make welcome Mr. Jim Griffin.
Thank you. It's good to have one old friend in the group. I like to didn't get here. I was having a disputation with that feller they call Doc. I don't know why they call him Doc. He's too small to tie boats up to, but they call him that anyway, and he told me I shouldn't get on stage because my britches was too short. I said, no. I said, them britches ain't too short, I'm just too fur down in them, that's all. Now, friends, I've traveled this world over, and I've traveled this world round, and I've seen some hideous sights and heard some terrible sounds. But I'll tell you one thing for certain, friends, and believe me if you can, the man that wrote the Home Sweet Home never was a married man. Was you ever full of liquor and you tried to walk it quicker? There's no place like home. And you'd mumble and you'd mutter as you fell into the gutter. There's no place like home. And you look right down and you tell at a glance that you busted a hole in your best Sunday pants. To walk home in a barrel was your one and only chance. There's no place like home. Home, 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 sweet. I wish they'd tune that thing. If it ever so humble, there's no place like home. When your wife's relations come a-visiting you, there's no place like home. They will move in their trunks and they'll stick like glue. There's no place like home. And to move you out of the best bed you've got, you'll have to sleep in a broken down cot with your brother-in-law who's always half shot. There's no place like home. Home, 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 sweet home, be it ever so humble, there's no place like home. Was you ever up in the middle of the night? There's no place like home. Hunting for the paregoric without any light, there's no place like home. And the baby cries till his lungs do crack, and of course you step on the point of the tack with your wife's cold feet in the middle of your back. There's no place like home. Home, 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 sweet home, be it ever so humble, there's no place like home.
From Tucson, Arizona, that's Jim Griffin. And in just a moment, our Uncle Dave Macon Days freewheeling competition will continue with such folks as William C., Robert Mongo Granger, Billy Lilly, Waylon Wood, Rob Piercy, and Bill Ray, all coming up next here at the Uncle Dave Macon Days freewheeling competition. Now, I have been told that we're still looking for some judging forms for the remainder of our competition for this evening. So if you judges know anything about that, or know where we might be able to find John Balch and get that lined out, we won't have any further delays as we continue on with our competition this evening. Is our next contestant ready to come up on stage? Just because I'm talking up here doesn't mean they can't get up here and get ready, so I won't have to talk so much and bore everybody half to death. Here we go. I think we're about ready to get started again. I believe this is Mr. William C. III, all the way from Watertown, Tennessee. Let's get him a couple of good microphones there and let him play for you. Let's have a big Uncle Dave Macon Days welcome for William C. from Watertown, Tennessee.
All right. I'm gonna do a romantic tune. It's a shame to whoop your wife on Sunday. All right.
From Watertown, Tennessee, that's William C. Don't forget, we've got a lot of activities going on throughout the day tomorrow. But of course, the highlight tomorrow afternoon, about 5:30, will be our show with